Planet Aspire to the Self, going over the astrological energy forecast for the week of November 7th to the 13th. Coming back from a glorious Samhain vacation. Just so you all know, I'm not one of those YouTubers that just like films like way in advance. You know, like I'm just doing 5 videos in one day, covering an expansive and extensive amount of time. I do not do that. I'm live action. There is as a person who has dealt with propheticness, there's definitely something to be said about being in the now and not looking too far ahead. So I only try to decode the energies a week in advance. I don't try to do that, like a month or so in advance, because it might be different, and that, you might have different intuitive senses. So when I go on a vacation or a self-care timeout, I just do not work. And my day job has kind of picked up a little bit, so just as a little background for why, the frequency is, I'm in logistics, and this is a busy time of year, so I appreciate your all's patience and watching. So let's get to the energies of this week, okay? So November 7th, Venus squares Saturn, which means there's going to be tensions between our creativity and our destiny. Could be money issues and relationships leading to building to solid foundations. Sun conjunction Mercury. We're going to have some supportive energy in regards to communication. So we're really going to have that communication, to deal with the lack of creativity and getting this resolve of the monetary issues, because it seems to be a theme this week is monetary issues and relationships. November 8th, we have the blood full moon eclipse in Taurus. So the full moon, a focus of ending and closing of doors that results in leading us to a higher path. Remember, full moon energy as well as new moon energy, it's 24 hours before the actual event and 24 hours after the actual event that you will still feel the energies. But on top of that, we have an eclipse. And this is going to focus on money and or relationships. See, again, the money and relationships. That results in huge changes. The eclipse energy helps us to clear out blockages of feelings of dealing with self-worth. So we really need to take the time to go inward and figure out, where do we feel that we aren't worthy? Where do we feel that we don't deserve something? Because that's what's going to be holding you back. So we're going to be working on getting rid of those areas of low self-worth. We're also going to have this thing called a Mercury Cazimi. It's going to bring about a new cycle of awareness, mental growth, and new clarity to develop a different perspective. Remember, everything from the summer energies and so far up to the fall, it's all about getting that new perspective that we need to get for the next year. All those seeds that have been planted, all those directions that we have taken in our lives to get us to this point. Well, we are going to have that new perspective. We're being called to vibrate higher, to raise our consciousness. So we are going to be aided in that. And it's also going to illuminate a higher truth about yourself. And it's very important to remain truthful, because lies will be exposed. November 9th, we have Moon and Gemini and Sun opposite Uranus. So this is going to bring some surprising news that helps shift our consciousness. It's going to bring unsettling, unstable energies that are ultimately going to result in clear-cut changes. So it's going to make us uncomfortable enough to make some changes. So Mercury square Saturn, Venus trine Neptune, Sun square Saturn. So all that means is tension in communicating and our energy behind our soul purpose. However, it will be favorable in relationships. So the communicating in our relationships and getting further and further with our soul purpose, it will be a favorable time. November 11th, Moon in Cancer. So we're going to see that angel number 1111, which is a great number, and it is a great number for you know how we go into angel synchronicities and angel numbers. Well, 1111 is a sign from the divine, and it's it's going to bring us in alignment, give us wholesome, balanced energy that's going to bring us into divine harmony. So that's very important, being in divine harmony. So it's going to be a very auspicious day for that. And because the moon is going to be in Cancer, we are also going to have some intuitive healing coming in through our third eye chakra. So from this week, we're going to be receiving some news, bringing some clarity on new plans, ideas for new beginnings through our third eye chakra due to this 11/11, okay? So November 12th, we have Mercury trine Neptune, and that's going to be intimate, deep-level communications in our romantic lives, triggering intimacy and passion. And that leads the way to November 13th, when Venus sextile Pluto. So it's going to provide communicative direction to bring about passionate transformation in our relationships. And so what all this is going to do, so like we're going to get those messages through the third eye. However, the chakra that's going to be mostly impacted this week is the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is your soul's expression. It is the where we express what we think, feel, see, desire, and detest even. So it is our chakra of choice. It is our chakra of responsibility. It is the bridge between the crown and the rest of the body. You know, you have the crown, and then it's in between the crown and the heart. So self-love, divine guidance. So we're going to be receiving those messages. We're going to have kind of a dark night of the soul kind of moment this week, and it's going to bring some kind of internal judgment with ourselves, but we're going to be forced to create choices, have those clear-cut changes that I've mentioned, that we're going to have to either say yes or no to these choices. We're going to have to take some responsibility. And it's our chakra of choice and responsibility of answering yes or no to life's many options. Okay, and it's our soul's expression. It speaks verbally or psychically through this chakra to help us create the circumstances necessary to achieve our life purpose. It's also linked to abilities such as clairaudience, the ability to speak to ourselves, others, and spirit guides psychically. It uses these abilities to clear and clarify debilitating mental belief patterns and eliminate like outdated cords that no longer serve our highest good. The yang of this chakra is about expressing and voicing truths, living your highest truths, living authentically. And then the yin is receiving guidance. So remember, third eye, we're going to be receiving guidance from the divine. It's going to give us some clarity, some perspective that we need. And then we're going to be expressing that this week. So do not be surprised if you have some kind of physiological manifestation this week. Like, remember, there's no such thing as coincidences in this world. If you get sick, and the sickness that you get focuses mainly on the throat, suppressing your ability to say yes or no, like the throat swelling, or if you're starting to get a cold, or if you get anything that like attacks this area of your face, that's your third eye. And then if you get anything with your throat, that is your expression. That is, there's a major life decision in your life, okay, that needs to be dealt with, and your body is letting you know, giving you a red flag, or giving you the, hey, this needs to be addressed by this. But other physiological manifestations or alerts or disorders affecting the throat area, including your jaw and mouth, like thyroid, tonsillitis, things of that nature, which are disorders linked to the inability to say no or yes. Like I said, even sickness, the inability to say no or yes, or the raspy throat, the throat swell, the throat clog, not like having your voice even kind of taken out, okay? And it also results in addictions from oral fixations, okay? So like you're always eating, you're always drinking coffee. And if you're eating crunchy, salty foods, or you're just always having something in your mouth, always talking. that is also a physiological manifestation. So if you always have to have a drink in your hand, like they say it's an illness if you're one of those people that like consistently have to have an iced coffee or something in your hand when you're that's a physiological manifestation of your throat chakra speaking to you. It's telling you there's an area in your life that needs to be addressed. Okay, so this week